shot him once in the head.
Yeah, because I was shooting the other guy too. You can't just shoot all the rounds into one people. You have to injure them all at the same time and then slowly whittle them down.
I discovered the campsite.
Touch the fire.
Ooh, hot.
What do you mean hot?
So you're eating the lychee out of the fire.
And then, yeah, I have it set up properly, I think. Someone says that it's the HDR settings with NVIDIA, which I don't think I have on this one.
Approach, NC control, apparently.
Yeah?
We stop doing weird things with my gun. I'm not even that close to the tree.
Hey, I got shot.
Do that. Bad for your health.
Those sound like they're hitting me. Or hitting the bush in front of me.
I'm very sure they're going past me. One guy is really done. They are definitely more aggressive, I'll give you that.
Not really. They just move more.
Yes, that includes moving forward instead of standing out.
Well, they still moved before. It's just now they move forward. Sometimes.
I'm just too tired of this shit.
Yeah, you killed one?
No. Still one up. I have the arm stamina to keep staring at him, that's the problem.
I need to turn off this blurry stuff.
You got him.
I'm putting more kills on my AR even though I don't want to.
Why not?
It's the platform. I don't need to use it more because I know it's effective and I know it's really good. Alright, well, my graphics card decided to break, so, well, it's not broken, it's just not working properly. So, alright, well, assuming everything's updated, or working, I didn't mean to do that. Well, there goes my gun. My plan was to make a Metal Gear loadout. Now, a Metal Gear loadout, or I guess I should say, if you don't know, Gray Zone Warfare is an extraction shooter game. I'm gonna put in the 2 other clips I recorded before I had graphics issues, but there's 3 organizations. There's Mithras, which is what I'm part of and what a lot of people are part of. There's Le Mans Recovery Service, and there's Crimson Shield International. These are the Russian PMC guys that seem to like war crimes, I'm gonna assume. These are the Billionaire Protection Detail and War Crime Division. And then Mithras, which I'm going to assume is just Outer Heaven, which is Soldiers War Crime. So, what would a Metal Gear loadout look like? Well, they're not going to have armor, likely, right? Metal Gear in 2025, because this game takes place in the 2025. So multicam probably is going to be what they wear, because that's like a standard thing. Kind of makes sense, I think. I think the faceless balaclava still makes sense, because, you know, they're trying to hide their identity. I think they're using ear protection makes sense. Maybe they would go with multicam balaclavas. And they do the full multicam outfit. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Outer Heaven probably wouldn't use skull masks. I don't know, though. But to balance it for Gray Zone Warfare, I'm gonna do a little pretending, I guess. So the M9 gonna be the standard pistol. This one's a little bit different, a little special, because it has the wooden grip instead of the black rubber grip. So maybe I should put that on. And we're gonna have an M16, so gunny. I'm sure that someone who plays Metal Gear more could make a bunch of arguments for everything, basically. Like using AKs or anything like that. So M16. So the way the gun building in this works is kind of weird. Like, this is an M16 receiver, but what is different between the M16 receiver and the DD-M4 receiver and the M4A1 receiver and the QC receiver? So this is the Chinese one. You have the Muronelkaz. It says semi-auto. I don't remember if it can do... I don't think it can do full auto. Yeah, it can't do full auto. So then, what's the difference between these? Really? Right? +5 ergonomics, +8, and +4. But do they look that different? Not really. I mean, you're not going to find me finding that much difference on any of these. They're standard-ish. I mean, I guess this one's not ambidextrous. So yeah, get rid of the M4 base. We're going to use the DD-M4. I could use the FD. But we're going to use the DD-M4 black as our base. So that's going to be our base of our standard M16 rifle. AR 20-inch barrel, I think, makes sense because that's like the standard. That's the rifle length barrel, I think. Handguard, or I guess gas system. So this gas system, more efficient muzzle device. If we're gonna, if it's gonna be like modern day, they're gonna be like, I guess all these do 7, don't they? That does 5. That does 7 muzzle efficiency. They don't care about fire rate, they care about suppression. So we're gonna go with the M4 one. These are identical. Just one is worse. Sure, why not? So then handguard. M16A1 handguard. We could use this, we can use one of these, which are, what, lighter? Well, this one is barely lighter, and it's M-lock. I mean, I don't know if they'd use that. Recoil control probably matters, but if they're going to be firing semi-auto, it probably wouldn't matter that much. So I think I'm going to stick with this one that I had. I don't really like the shape of it, but I don't know actually if these are compatible or not. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm wrong in that. Oh, that goes on an upper, right? These can be sold, right? I need to buy the upper, and then the barrel goes on the upper goes on the barrel, whatever. Then you can see the compatible handguards. So, yeah, I could go with the classic. I could go with a rail system. I could go with some of these. Versus 4 and 10. I think we're gonna go with that. That can go on the upper. There's our sword of rifle. Buffer tube. MOA's something to do with shooting. Okay, M4 tube. I guess it can also be black. I could do the solid stock. That's +3 and 3, 8 and 2. I should do the solid stock actually. Grip. I think I'm already gonna use the DD-M4 since it's 5 and 3. Fits the rifle aesthetics. Hey look, that's the rifle. Reload speed doesn't exactly matter. Supreme charging handle, I guess, since it's better. Instead, actually. Put the... Okay, so we can put that. We can put an M-lock in the front there. Okay. Obviously going to be using suppressor. That's 60 loudness reduction. Okay, so that one's better? Yes. So we got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got the 3 around it. Alright, and then deball. Deball I can put on the top. Okay, yeah, that seems like something they do. Top and bottom, maybe. I have no idea. I don't know. I could put this grip on, which is... we're going to put the ACOG Picatinny on, but I can always take that off. lite. The other flashlight on, I'll see. And we're going to put a rifle scope on. Rifle scope is just because the option of that, but then we would take it off and it would sit in our pocket. Also, it shrinks the scope size. So like if I have the big scope, I can put it on the Picatinny rail and it's smaller and then it goes in my pocket. I think that's how that... I think that's the rifle. I think that's going to be the rifle. DDM4 with an M16A1 upper. So it's like really good trigger, decent barrel with the carry handle. It's just under 5 kilograms unloaded. Which I wish I switch this game to not kilograms. We throw that in, it's 5 kilograms, so it's going to be over 5 loaded. And we put in the thing, look at that, 5.3. Not exactly a lightweight loadout. And then the character outfit probably wouldn't wear a vest. Maybe you would wear a vest. Maybe you would stick with the couch, the vest and load-bearing equipment. Maybe not, I don't know. Depends. Would Outer Heaven be, would they be wearing plate carriers? I mean, I don't think they'd be wearing backpacks, but would they be wearing plate carriers? I don't know. I think I like the idea of them using a lot of older equipment. Or what they can get their hands on. Suppressed M9, you know, for all their close encounters and stealth stuff. I don't know what bullets they would be using, probably not Libra Snail. And then the M16A1 kind of upgraded. Probably do a what would Stoner do sort of deal. Try to do a ultra lightweight rifle. And then you go in here and you take the carry handle off, put it in your pocket, and look at that. That's the standard rifle. Maybe take the laser sight off the bottom, so there's just a flashlight on the side. And this is very low quality because you can barely see the red dots. You can see them better in the recording than I can. Because I'm playing at very low resolution, because my GPU, my good GPU can't handle it, so I'm using my old backup GPU, which is somehow working still. I'll put the other 2 clips I recorded in, and then that are going to be higher quality, and then I'm going to record some generic gameplay with this, and then I don't know, we'll see. Hello. I saw some posts about how people don't know how to assess threats in Gray Zone Warfare, so I figured I can make a video about it, because it's not something that's that complicated, I think, because the AI in this game is not as advanced as something like Arma, but it is a realistic shooter game, or tactical shooter game, whatever you want to call it. So the situation in each of the base camps, starting towns here, is a little different from here, because this is like the tutorial area. But you have enemies right there. They're kind of easy to spot, because they're on the road, they're in the open, but they aren't shooting at me, because they can't see me. you can see that one is kind of looking at me and the other one isn't. So they could spot me if they were realistic AI, because his vision cone is like over here. He's looking towards the villa, but you can see his eyes almost, which means that if I can see his eyes, he should be able to see me in his vision cone. And that's everything you can sort of see in the screen right now. If they turned around and shot at me, I have nowhere to go. I have no cover. I can't really defend myself from them just by moving. So then that brings us to weapons. So if you have a gun, you could shoot them right now. But is that ideal? Because they could turn and shoot you, and I only have one bullet. So is that going to work? If I shoot them, they're going to turn and shoot back, and then what am I supposed to do? I got to reload. So what's better is they can't see me, but now I'm behind cover. So I can move up closer to them, and, you know, they can hear still, because the AI has hearing. But if I crouch and take it slow, they still can't see me, I can't see them. But also, they're not shooting at me. They can't hear me. There's that piece of wall up there I could even go up to, if I really tried. Are they going to see me, though? Well, maybe. But if you go slow enough, they can't hear you, so then they also can't see you. So I know they're around the corner. And I only have the one bullet. By the way, I have all these lasers on, so you can see a little better. They form that triangle, which is where I would need to shoot in third person. But if you have iron sights, it's easier and safer to aim that way. I only have the one bullet. They spot me. Fire one bullet. I have no defense now. One guy's hit though. But they're gonna come around that corner, and then I have no cover here. So if I go back up here, behind this big dirt mound, okay, see, I got shot, because I wasn't in cover. But see, that guy only has a rifle, right? Because I hit the guy with a pistol, and he's nowhere to be seen, potentially. But I'm getting shot at. I could heal myself, but small bullets will heal over time. He also only hit me in the leg. So I was walking up the hill and he hit me in the leg there. They're gonna move maybe, or they're gonna... Yeah, they're gonna move to cover, potentially, or they're gonna try to maneuver to shoot me. And I have some choices here. I could just wait. Wait until I heal. Wait until he dies. Which, you know, he bled out because I shot him with a bullet. That guy has a bolt action, so I know that he's going to have to cycle that bolt action. See? He could shoot me in the head right now if he was aiming, but the AI seemed to be a little not like Arma where they won't suppress. He could just be out of ammo, too. The other guy, I don't know where he is, but I heard him die, and that's AI feedback that I don't think is necessary. But I could probably take this guy, right? I could probably avoid his bolt action round. And then he has to cycle that bolt. Or reload. See? They are easy to deal with once you understand how they work. But that was all because I spotted them on the road, so kind of need a better example that where the AI isn't easily spotted. Here is the other situation in Starter Town. You might come up here, you might not see them at first, but see, you have no cover here. So, I don't know if the recording picks up those red dots, but you can't tell what weapons they have, just because our eyesight's not that good. So if I start firing at them, I know that I'm not in cover, but I also know that I have enough rounds to suppress them and end that threat. So I don't need to go into that ditch to take cover from them. I didn't need to back up behind those signs to take cover. I could have tried headshots, but headshots are harder to aim, so... Let's see. The last situation in the Starter Town here, you're gonna come up to a small intersection. you might notice that person right there on the road, and maybe you see that person behind them. That tree, though, normally blocks that person. And it's darker under the restaurant roof, so you might not see him right away, because he kind of blends in really well. Although I'm asking a lot out of this recording software, and I don't think I'm recording in high resolution. But if you're past this barricade, there's no cover, necessarily, from all of them. But if you align these two people up together, you know that those two threats are down. You want to look to the left, see there's no threats that way. If you already didn't look, there's no threats that way either. You know there's one threat right there. But you put the cover between yourself and the person that you are aware of, or at least you tried to put yourself between that cover, between the person that can hurt you and yourself. Because there's a cone of vision, or not a cone of vision, there's a circle of vision around you that if the enemy can see you, you can see them. So from here, anywhere I can see, there could be enemies. There could be enemies across all that. You have enemies over there. Enemies by any of that stuff.
Don't use range unless you can already keep it at a solid 60.
No, it's like all,
Yeah, there's that guy I see. I don't see his friends. I'm assuming they're above you.
No, we'll find out.
Did you already shoot him?
No.
Okay. It's like I can't hear. I didn't hear
Oh,
anything.
that guy turned around.
I got him, but I don't know where your friends are. So I definitely heard yelling.
There's one above me, I can hear his footsteps.
Come on, man! I wouldn't hurt you!
It won't hurt you! Maybe in the building?
No, I think they're here.
So it was just two?
Yep.
Beesies?
Yep.
It's not even worth taking. They're not even, like, worth money.
Yeah, they're worth a little bit, not worth picking up, though.
Yeah, like $2.